Hello and welcome back. Today I thought I'd take a quick break from the B-24, go over to this. So, do a quick unboxing on this today. The first thing I'm noticing is it doesn't fit in frame. That's always handy. So, this is the 148th B-25C/D from Academy. Thought I'd do a quick unboxing on it today. I've already opened the box and had a look a little while ago when I bought it. I thought I'd go through it with you guys as well and take a proper look at it. So, let's get straight into it. Just a quick note before I get into this. I thought I should talk about that Academy as a brand. It's a very mixed bag. I mean, there's some great kits out there. I have their 148 Mark 16 Spitfire, wonderful kit, first kit built from them actually. But then there's kits like this. This is their Sopwith Camel in 1/72nd scale. They've got a beautiful 1/35th scale version. But this was a really mixed bag. It's quite dusty actually. Do a clean in it. Really quite a mixed bag. I didn't like this kit that much. The decals disintegrated along the side, so I had to get rid of them. Some flashing down the tail. It's not a great kit. It's not too bad. And then there's this. This is the Panavia Tornado in 1/144 scale. The glaring issue here is the box art. Now you look at the box art and you think, oh, really nice grey on grey camouflage scheme. And then you open the box and you look at the instructions and you think, that's not right. You see this desert scheme, it's partway done. Then you look on the side of the box, you see, right, okay, you see photos of it built, all alongside the box, you see photos of the artwork, and you see a built photo, and that's in that same grey scheme. So obviously, they're not taking care of the box art, and they're just throwing a new version of the kit in there. So that's my opinion on Academy. I thought I'd make them clear before I get started. So, on opening the box, we're greeted with typical things from Academy. So we've got a warning notice, all in Korean, I believe. Might be Japanese. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't say what language it is. That's always handy. Yeah, scrap for me, really. Not much use in it at all. Check the part list. There's a warranty. Never had any issues with Academy, stuff like that. So yeah, note on there. The paint on there is actually my fault. So it's not Academy's fault or anything. And then this I found quite useful. Little basic tools list. Quite handy actually, like that. But once again, scrap. Now, the important bits. Sprues. And then below all that, you have the instruction booklet, a second instruction booklet. Okay, Academy. That's a bit odd, but alright. There's different papers, like that is weird. See, this is what you get with Academy, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. Looks alright. And then the decals. These actually look, upside down, these actually look really nice. I do quite like these. I'm going to take them out of the packaging. Oh, there's another sheet in there as well. No, there isn't. What is that? Is that a masking sheet? So I've sort of looked at here, but I've not really looked at it thoroughly, and that is indeed a masking sheet. Yes, we like this. Give us more of this, Academy. This is what we like. Let's put that back in there. Nothing much to it. I'll talk more about that when I actually build the kit, which I'll probably do on the channel. Back to the decals. Very nice. Multiple scheme options in here. I think 4 or 5, I think. 4 by the looks of things. Maybe 5. Very nice. All in registration, so there's no issue. Registration is the centre, these circles. In older kits, they used to print the red bit separately because otherwise it'd go off centre and it was all a bit of a mess. But they don't seem to be all in good register. Very nice. Nice decal panel there. Instruments bits there. Very nice. Okay, so far Academy is doing well. So let's have a quick look through the instructions. So, inside of Manual 1, what have we got? We have, oh god, Academy, right, okay. This is what I don't like as much. This is a big problem with Tamiya as well. They have these fodder. It's a whole thing. Really nice to try and work with, but we'll see what we can do. So, it does seem quite a simple setup to start with. Doesn't seem much in the way of detail, but that's alright. It does seem to be nicely modelled though from what I can see on the instructions. Good bit of detail there. All quite simple in typical Academy fashion, which I quite like. They aren't overly complex with their big kits. They are complex enough that they have good detail. On to the next set of steps. So there's a lot of glazing going on, which is always quite nice. Referring to the these clear parts here, always quite nice. Seems to be a difference in cockpit type. Well, I think it's because of the version of turret or something like that. And landing gear, it starts to get assembled there. All this goes inside here. Fuselage height, yeah, all seems to go quite quickly, quite nicely. It should be still pretty nice build. Yeah, so this all seems very nice. Academy, nice and simple, nice and straightforward. Done really well. Nice 3-part engines there. I'll probably do some modification to them if I get around to it. This is what I like when they have split wings, so you can actually remove the wings from the body. I love it when companies do that. It's great for storage. Nice little spring mats. These do seem to be taking photographs of though, which the glare is really awful. But they seem to have solved that down there for God knows what reason. They've done it different. I don't understand this company. But at the end of the day, produce some nice kits. Got paint index down there, or Korean or Japanese or Chinese, whatever it is. Yeah, all in all quite a nice set of instructions there. And then onto this set, which is in a different glossy paper, with smoother texture to it, and it's got different instructions. This is doing the bomb racks, doing the landing gear, then finishing off the internals, and then yeah, get that all sorted. So, and they got the masking. Yeah, so it's a masking set. Got that down here. Nice. That is what we like to see from Academy. Or from any company actually, like to see that. Masking sets. The first one on my Edward Spitfire. Lovely thing is masking set. Even for paint. Even for paint with the brush. Still quite a nice thing to have. And plenty of decal options. What we've got? 1, 2, 4 decal options. Nice. Got 2. They all in just green. Yellow and all over green. That's my personal favourite, but quite nice. I might buy a conversion set for, I don't know, do the B-25 East Kirkby. I bought this kit actually. Time we on 7 minutes, right? Okay. Yeah, that seems quite nice. I haven't decided on what scheme I'll do yet, but I'll get around to that at some point, I'm sure. So, I suppose we best get on to the important bit, eh? The sprues. Let's have a look. So just to reiterate, I have opened these already. Just have a quick look over, make sure everything was there. And everything does seem to be in order, so get these out of the bag. I'll put them back in my room. I'll do that in a bit. So, all in all, seems to be... Oh, they're quite flimsy. Don't pick it up by the wings. Right, first off the bat, I'm noticing a little bit of flash just there. For those of you know about injection moulding, you'll know that means when a bit of plastic sort of seeps into the gaps between the mould. I can't quite see how that will happen though. But either way, it does seem to be in a bit of an odd direction for flash. Might just bent. I think it's just bent. But yeah, it's a bit odd, but it's nothing much. Not a big deal really. Really nice rivet detail on there. Absolutely beautiful rivet detail. See if we can get that on camera. Hopefully that's picking up for you guys. If it's not, we'll shine a bit of a light on it. There you go. Yeah, you can see it now. Beautiful rivet detail. Absolutely stunning. Must admit, I wasn't expecting this much from Academy. Like I said, I don't have a quick look over the box, but yeah. Except this is just the same sprue, I think, just mirrored. Yeah, can't tell if that's moulded detail, if that's just a bit of excess material, but we'll soon find out. It doesn't seem to appear on the other one, so I think it is just a bit of excess material, but it's not a big issue. So the next set of sprues we have seem to be forming the engines. What have we got? So these are the bombs. This is the bomb rack here. So a lot of different types of bombs. I think these are the ones that you use in this version of the kit. There's lots of different types if you want to modify your kit or buy extra decals online. I think they're incendiaries, I think. You might have correct me on that in the comments, or I'll correct myself later. Then some smaller bombs as well. That'd be nice. I'll try these in the spares and then always use them on another kit. Engine cowlings. Once again, some really nice detail. Gun bays. Plenty of stuff to keep me occupied and keep you guys in content when I go to upload this. But yeah, there seems to be some really nice detail on there on the back as well. Beautiful moulding. Really quite crisp for Academy. Bit just on the back, but not a big deal. And then onto some of the bigger sprues. Plastic is awful. Right, so what have we got? I'll do this one first. So we appears to be the tail plane, part of the engines. That is nice. And the engine nacelles. First of all, that is impressive. I love that from Academy. They've done a lot of the wiring detail. There's some bits of flash on there, but I did expect that, to be honest. I expect that from any company, to be honest. That is really nice. I'm really impressed with this kit, actually, from Academy. This is genuinely actually a bit of a shock. It's it being this good. So, what have we got on this I think this is second to last sprue, yeah, and then the clear parts as well. So this is a nice thing. That's for the lower turret. Cover for that if you don't want to have that on. If it's behind the options, nice radio detail there. All beautiful stuff. Absolutely stunning. I cannot get enough to see this. I might have to purchase a couple more times, to be honest. Do some more variants of it because it is really nice. Yeah, so the bottom bit of that interior bulkheads. Some beautiful detail on the interior here. Can't tell if they're stress marks from the plastic, or if they're actually quilting. Not sure. I have to do a bit of research into that, see what the interior is like on a B-25. Yeah, this is B-25. Yeah. It does seem to be replicated on this side, though, so I think it might actually be... Yeah, I think it's actually quilting. That is really nice. So that would definitely get a wash over it then, bring out that detail. Get some landing gear parts. It's got more weaponry. Yeah, all in all, beautiful set of sprues. This is going to come out as a really nice kit, I think. Then there is the last of the sprues. So, I think this is all weapon bays and bulkheads and things. And some extra bits as well. So I think, starting off, they are appear to be the bomb racks. Got the wheels there, see what the molding's like on them. Beautiful moulding. Nice tread. Good lord. Even got the Goodyear logo on tops of the tyres. That is quite impressive. I am genuinely really shocked with this kit. There's a bit bend in there. Not sure if that's actually realistic or not, but nothing I can't solve with the life and a bit of patience. Some lovely detail. Crew ladders by the looks of things. Bulkheads. More turret weaponry by the looks of things. And then, yeah, the bomb racks. Some beautiful detail, nice and crisp. A lot of sprues I need to remove, but that's not really a problem. It's a happy compromise for detail at the end of the day. Nicely crispy molded bomb doors. Yeah. All in all, absolutely stunning kit. And I am really quite impressed with the Academy for this. This has really quite shocked me. So I think that's genuinely quite a surprise. Honestly, I thought I was gonna have worse stuff to say about it. I really don't. That was a bit quicker than I thought it was going to be honest. I thought I'd have stuff to complain about. I suppose. Just realised I was missing the clear sprues. Now, this is really a make or break moment for me. This could literally be the best thing I've ever seen. This could be horrible and destroy the kit for me. So, let's have a proper look over this. I'm actually going to fetch our magnifiers out. See if there's any imperfections on the detail. This is the thing you often find with clear parts. These did come in a bag. They shouldn't be scratched. But oftentimes, you might find that these get scratched and it just ruins the look of a kit. Because even though you can polish scratches out, it's never nice to have to do that. You expect that your company who's providing the kit would do it properly the first time. So, chuck the magnifiers on and I'll hopefully be able to a bit more insight as to what I can see. Yeah, so having a quick look over, I can't see any major blemishes. Nothing that I'd be particularly upset about. There's a couple of little bits here and there, but I think they'd always be seen with a magnifier to be able to tell it. Never mind. I think I might have spotted one. Yes, I have spotted one. Here on what I believe is part of the rear turret. Yeah, it seems to be related to the rear turret. There is a little bit of blemishing on there. Let's actually get some light on it, aren't I? Well, you can see the blemishing on that, but it does get a bit foggy. That is unfortunate, but at the end of the day, I don't think that's the one that I need. So, yeah, I'll just have a quick check on that. well, I shall look through the instructions, and unfortunately that is the part that I need. That is a slight misfortune, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. I will live with that fact, I think. Hang on, bear with. I might be wrong. No, I am right. Yeah, that is the part that I need. Right, so that is unfortunate at the end of the day. But I can either have the option of replacing it with this part, and there won't be a major difference, or I just leave it as is. Yeah, overall, I'm quite pleased with this kit from Academy. A lot better than I was expecting it to be. The only other major gripe I have with it is it doesn't tell you what options fit for what aircraft, which I think is the reason why they have done the instructions the way they have with the two separate manuals. I have a feeling that all of the stuff that is optional for this kit is actually placed on here. Things like, yeah, his it just says option, it doesn't tell you what it's for. I think it is just a case of to figure it out yourself, which is unfortunate. But at the end of the day, I'm sure it'll be fairly simple to figure out. Can't be that hard. So, that's about it from me, I think. Yeah, I've got the other. So that's some stuff that is just a generic option. So, you know, like the difference between £1,000 and the £500 bomb loadings. Oh, yeah, it doesn't tell you what they are. But yeah, so it's one of those things where they don't really tell you what it is, and it's just a bit what you can find on these options. I think one of the main ones is the canopy. It doesn't tell you what canopy to use in each variant. Find that step. This is what I mean with Academy, and they're not able to find certain parts. Here we are. Yeah, it just says option. It doesn't tell you what's for what. It doesn't tell you what goes where. It just says, here's an option, figure it out yourself. But once again, I can't be hugely upset with that. At the end of the day, I'll figure it out. So that's it. That's the only thing that I really have to complain about with this kit, actually. Not got many gripes. That's what I like to hear. So, cut this video short, I think. We're on 17 minutes. So, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Talk to you then.